What is going on, guys? Nick here with a update on the week of part ones, the obvious winner, what kind of happened with part one, and then some talking about how the next 2 weeks basically are gonna go on the channel. Because getting married and doing the whole honeymoon thing, so I'll be gone. But first, let's start off with I always point to the wrong side, but we'll start off with the Wildermyth. Wildermyth absolutely crushed everything else, so that's obviously getting the win. Now, with that said, I am going to re-record part one of Wildermyth because in the part one I did randomized characters that had names I could barely pronounce or not pronounce good at all. And I think for viewer enjoyment and my own sanity, I want characters that are our own creation, essentially, because I know you can go in and edit everything, but I also just want names that I can pronounce. So yeah. But yeah, it won an absolute landslide. The plan is for that first episode of Wildermyth to come out on the 16th, so in 2 days from this update releasing. Lost my words there. But yeah, so that's that one landslide. So great, good for Wildermyth. I'm excited to play it. It's a fun game. Now to recap the week of part ones, wasn't really much of a week of part ones as it was a 3 days of part ones. Now, the reason for that is because the game I recorded, the fourth game I recorded, was Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. I think it's Dark Alliance. That game's buggy as hell. That game's absolutely just riddled with bugs. In a 45-ish minute episode I recorded, I restarted once. I had to redo cutscenes. Cutscenes just didn't play for me. It was a mess, and it really took me out of that game. It has potential, like it's cool conceptually, and like if you iron out the bugs, it would be decent. But just right now, it's not worth playing. So if you're thinking about buying it, I highly recommend putting that on pause. If you have the Xbox Game Pass for PC, you can play it on there. That's where I played it. And even then, I was just like, it felt like it's just a waste of time because it's an early access game in the most like true early access, like how early access is supposed to work degree, where it's just riddled with bugs. It needs work. It needs polish. So yeah, I decided to scrap that one. Then the second two games that were supposed to round out my 6 days of part ones were trash. Were absolute trash. At least in my opinion. I'm not going to name the games because I've made the mistake before of bashing games. I try to be optimistic, or I'm very optimistic just in general. But I try to be positive. I don't. If a game's not good, I generally won't post that video. There's been a few Let's Tries where I haven't posted because they were bad. But these two games were just bad in my opinion, but both games very clearly had at least some audience, because I always look around YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that before I record something, just to get a feel for what kind of content's being made, how people are responding to it, stuff like that. There's very clearly audiences for both the games, and they're liked by those audiences, and that's great. I'm glad people like these games. I personally hated them and did not enjoy my time with them, so I was just like, I'm not even going to let these be an option. I don't think any of them would have beaten Wildermyth, but I wasn't going to risk it. So yeah, I decided, no, we're not doing that. I didn't post the last 3, which, it was like probably 2.5 hours, which is a waste of time for me. But I think I don't just want to put out everything I record, because I want to be at least a little proud of whatever I put out. So yeah, Wildermyth won. That's just how we're gonna rock that. And then yeah, going on to the kind of big one. I'll be gone from realistically the like 19th or 20th of this month all the way up through the 1st of August. that whole time I get married literally a week from today, coming up quick. So yeah, so I'll be handling all that stuff and everything that's kind of around that. And then the following week is my honeymoon the entire week. So I'm going to pre-record everything. Now, for Spellcaster fans, it's actually great timing because Spellcaster, this first campaign, should end, my guess is the 16th, this Friday. Because I just recorded it right before making this, and we're pretty close to the end. We're on the last step of the final level. So as soon as that ends, either it's on the 15th, 16th, 17th, whenever it ends, it's going to be soon. I will start the new series on the 19th. It'll be pre-recorded. The first, what is that, like 14, 15 episodes will be pre-recorded. I'll check in every once in a while because I will be able to record on the 23rd. I'm just setting aside that day before I leave for my honeymoon to finish out my backlog so that stuff goes up every day. So yeah, so the first good chunk of Spellcaster will be pre-recorded, and that goes the same with Wildermyth. Wildermyth is going to start the 16th. It's going to be a probably every other day video. It'll be 30 to 40 minutes depending on where we are story-wise. And yeah, it'll be going up every other day, hopefully, as long as I can pre-record everything, because it is like probably like 10 hours of recording I had to do before all this. So that should be fun. Gonna break that up into a couple days. But yeah, so yeah, I'll be back as soon as August hits. August 3rd is Patron. If you haven't seen that Let's Try, check that out. It's a like like a village builder / management game. I'm gonna be diving into that, and then we'll keep up Spellcaster because that's doing amazing things for my channel. I'm hoping my hope is that I get back from my honeymoon and have 1,000 subs, because that would be awesome. Because I'm sick of YouTube constantly taunting me that I have more than enough views and watched hours to like get like pocket change from YouTube, but I have to have 1,000 subs, otherwise I don't get anything. So that'll be cool. And then of course, it's just a dope milestone to hit. So hopefully that happens. If not, we'll keep working towards it. But yeah, that feels like, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but probably not. It's 3 a.m. so it's just 3 a.m. brain talking. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and hopefully you guys are all good with the pre-recording. Obviously I try to do my best to make this channel easily, like especially in Spellcaster, where I can respond to the comments and stuff left on a video in the following episode. I like doing that, but sometimes it's just not possible, and this happens to be one of those times. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. I could always I thought about doing some stuff where I make the next campaign for Spellcaster on short speed, so it's like a rush, and then hopefully that lasts, because the normal campaign lasted it's probably gonna last like 32, 33 episodes. If I could do a short one and it lasted the 15 I'm gone, then that's awesome. So I might do that. If you guys have experience with that, leave it in the comments. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. And yeah, we'll figure this out as we go, or at least try to. And then I also have a like 1 or 2 videos. I don't know if I'm gonna make them before or after I get back. But a few videos are outside of what I do normally. More like commentary videos on some stuff that's happened recently in the video game sphere that I'm kind of just going to ramble about. So, look forward to that, I guess. But yeah, that's going to do it for this update video. Again, if you guys have any suggestions on tweaking the Spellcaster University playthrough for Wildermyth, if you have any suggestions on like how to make the character, or like what things to give the characters, name suggestions, anything like that, we'll absolutely take it. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this, and hopefully see you guys in the next video. See ya.